Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your host, John Suder, Bart Mroz, and Brittany Blackman. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's eCommerce Minute episode 729.
In today's episode, UPS adds peak surcharge amid coronavirus-fueled delivery spike.
Since COVID-19 began to spread back in March, many of us have been shopping online a bit more than usual. And the delivery networks are feeling it. Delivery companies like FedEx, UPS, and the U.S. Postal Service are struggling with an unexpected increase in online shopping over the past 2.5 months as consumers buy everything from canned foods and toilet paper to office chairs and backyard pools. Digital sales at Target and Best Buy more than doubled in the most recent quarter. UPS is now adding peak surcharges for companies that have been inundating its delivery network with more packages and oversized items during the coronavirus pandemic, an unprecedented move to manage a summer flood of shipments and higher costs. UPS typically imposes extra fees on merchants during the busy Christmas shopping season, but for the first time in the e-commerce era, they've started adding those surcharges on May 31st. The fees apply to large online sellers like Amazon, as well as traditional retailers like Target and Best Buy that have shifted heavily to e-commerce as many stores have closed temporarily. Retailers will have to calculate whether to raise prices, absorb the added cost, or a combination of the two. They can also try workarounds to avoid the fee by closely monitoring the amount and sizes of package they ship with UPS, using another carrier, or nudging customers to pick up online orders in stores. The added volumes are clearly testing the limits of these networks, which have been operating 7 days a week. For FedEx and UPS, residential deliveries are also less profitable than bulk shipments to businesses, which have dried up as many offices and non-essential companies have remained closed. FedEx and UPS both have also imposed surcharges on international packages as a decline in passenger jets has also cut into air cargo capacity. Well, this is not very surprising. It looks like FedEx is doing the same thing. What do you expect? What did you think would happen?
I know, me alone. The stuff I order calls for a surcharge.
We cut back a little bit because we're getting a little crazy. But I mean, this is not a shocking or surprising article. But it is a testament to the volume that e-commerce companies are experiencing right now. And the ones that keep up with it, obviously, are the ones that are winning. And the ones that are getting slammed, like UPS and FedEx. What else can you do but raise your prices? Where else are you going to go?
True. Are you going to manifest?
Yeah.
A new pair of socks in your living room.
Manifest it. You can knit those socks. My neighbor's been knitting a lot lately. She comes over to the fence. She's like, look what I knitted now. I was like, what do you knit? She's like a blanket. I said, by the time it gets cold again, it'll be done.
I actually know how to knit. So
knit one, purl two.
So do I. I think, I mean, surcharges are, that's just, unless we get beam me up Scotty type technology, this is just going to be part of life.
Yeah. My concern is when companies go and stealthily add surcharges and things like that, mysteriously they never seem to come back down, or they just nudge down a little bit. Some people use it as a profit grab. I mean, obviously, a place like UPS or whatever, their rates are a little bit more transparent, and they do have competition. But if one guy sees one guy nudging, then the other guy's going to nudge, and all of a sudden your shipments are a lot more expensive. And that affects the bottom line of e-commerce merchants. So I don't know. I look at this with a skeptical eye sometimes. It's like surcharge, handling fee, like all those kinds of things. It's just a way to make money.
Yeah, it's sneaky. It's insidious.
It's insidious.
Insidious.
All right. Everyone's got a skeptical eye this morning, so we're going to close this one up with a quick stat. In April, UPS said home deliveries accounted for roughly 70% of shipments versus around 50% previously. That's according to Reuters. Really only 20% increase, huh? I would think it would be a lot more. But again, the article states that a lot of UPS and FedEx make their money delivering to offices, which just ain't open anymore. So we'll see what happens. Offices are starting to reopen. Things are, and you put that air quotes, getting back to normal, but we'll see. I think it's going to be a weird summer.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything else?
It's going to be a weird, icky summer.
Oh, and just remember, everyone's staying at home and they're all running your air, so expect power outages.
This is true.
This is true. All right, you guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow.
That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.